Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. As you can see, it is still raining. One of those kind of days. And it's funny because it's like we've had rain for 3 straight days here, and it's 65 degrees today. So now we'll look at the other extreme of that. You go out to California, which is an extreme drought, triple digit numbers for temperature. I saw 112 in some areas, 104 in other areas, so they're dealing with extreme heat. They're talking about that they're going to max out more power usage than they have in over 5 years because of the extreme temperatures and people cranking up their AC, and they're telling people to cut back on their power usage, and if they don't, there could be the possibility of brownouts or blackouts, rolling blackouts or brownouts, whatever they call it. And so there's definitely things to worry about. But here's a couple of things that I find amazing about that whole situation. Now, obviously, the extreme heat situation is something that's not going to happen all the time, but it's going to happen. It's part of life. It's part of what we deal with whatever weather. Like in New York, we get some periods of fairly warm weather for us up here. And then we get, rain and it's overcast and those type of things. West Virginia gets, similar weather, down there with a lot of, rain and stuff like that as well. But, these areas are not in a drought. So, but anyway, the point that I was going to make is, so they're, encouraging people not to charge their electric cars, to, keep their temperature or their thermostats at a certain level. And the other part of that too, if you have the smart thermostat, it will lock you in to a certain level. It'll put you in at a certain level and lock you in there, and there's really not much you can do about it because they have that control over your thermostat, which to me is insanity, that they have the power to be able to do that, and that people let them have that power to be able to do that. But it's definitely something that is happening. So why are they not doing something to increase the power grid, adjust the power grid in California? That's one of the things that it's one of the things that blows me away with a lot of these different things. They're jacking up the prices. It's costing more and more and more to get the power. And then, because of weather situations and stuff like that, they are controlling and dictating what you can and cannot do, or strongly advising you with the threat of having brownouts where they'll cut your power off for a few hours in a whole section. And so then you really get to suffer, right? But if you keep your thermostat at this level, we won't probably have to do that. It's just, talk about control. It is amazing to me. What is even more amazing to me, as I continue to see these prices of electricity going up and up, and your power going up and up, that more and more people are not going by the way of solar and having their own battery banks to store their own power, to be able to utilize those things and to be ready for those type of situations. These situations are not new situations, folks. This is not like some anomaly that, oh my God, we haven't had extreme temperatures here before. They have extreme temperatures every year. So, if you are properly prepared, excuse me, for those type of situations, you're going to be ready to deal with that. And so it just absolutely blows me away, that they act like, oh my God, this is so terrible. This is something brand new that's never happened before. Well, it's not brand new, and it's something that happens all the time. It's how you are ready for it. It's how prepared you are, what you're doing about it in those type of situations. When you have a lot more people, thousands and thousands of people coming across that southern border every day, that continues to put a strain on the system, because more people means more power demands and those type of things. And it is amazing to me, and like I said, they don't really talk about it a lot. It's brought up occasionally, but it's not really. Come on, baby, get in there, good girl. Um, it's not really talked a lot about the mass exodus out of places like New York and California. And it has a direct result, it's a direct correlation to the taxes, the cost of living, the restrictions, the control, like the generator that I use. Now, not the one that I got right now, but there was another one that I had that it said right on the generator, not for sale in California. So that particular generator, they couldn't even buy it in California. That's how much control and restrictions that they had on certain things there. And so those are things too that people need to think about. They need to, look at. So why are you having this mass exodus, and why are people, getting out of these areas? Because New York, the weather sucks for a good part of the year. You hope to have a spring and a summer and a fall. Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. If you get a really wet summer, it's going to definitely be a different flavor, and then you're right back into winter again. So it can be very depressing. And then when they raising taxes like crazy all the time, and continue to squeeze landowners and homeowners and those type of things, that's why people they get to a point, they've had enough. I'm done. I've had enough. And so that's what happens. And so I think that's where, with a lot of places, why people want to get out of certain areas. That's a lot to do with why I don't want to be in New York anymore. I don't want to be in a state where they try to control every aspect of your life. They tax you to death, and and the weather sucks. So it's amazing to me that people are okay, with living in a certain way. But situation in California right now is definitely a very tumultuous one for the people out there. Dealing with those kind of temperatures has just got a suck period anyway. And then being in a drought on top of it, so you don't have a whole bunch of water. And, they're restricting, the flow of water coming in from the Colorado River to different states. They're cutting it back because, like Lake Mead, the reservoir is not where it needs to be. And so those are all things that are affecting something else. I don't know. Like I said, I find it fascinating. I find it interesting. And, then these states, they tax their citizens to death and wonder why people don't want to be there, why they want to get out, and why anybody that's got two nickels to rub together is getting out and going to different places where the cost of living is not as much, and it's easier to survive someplace else. So, anyway, I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Oh yeah, and then let's talk about too, real quick about California. So they're banning all sale of gas-powered cars by 2035. But what are they doing in preparation to prepare the grid to be able to handle that massive amount of electric cars that would be out there to power those cars? So that's something that needs to be thought about as well, that they don't think about. They're not thinking about that. Oh, here comes the garbage man. I thought I heard the truck. So we'll watch down there at the end. Because yesterday being the holiday, they didn't come and pick up yesterday. And there they are. Come to get the garbage. So, anyway, guys, I definitely want to hear your feedback on this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys are having a good day and that you're being safe. Quick reminder, the Legacy freeze-dried food sale is still going on, and that will be ending tomorrow at midnight West Coast time tomorrow. So definitely take advantage of that. Oh God, this guy's doing it by hand. Oh, that's gotta suck. Wow. Yeah, that's no fun. Usually they got the machine on there that they kick on and it scoops it up in there, so that's too bad that the guy has to do it by hand. But anyway, the Legacy freeze-dried food sale will be ending tomorrow. Again, 20% off if you go to my website, preparedness1.com. You click on store. It will drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. You click on that. It will take you to the store within the website. 25-year shelf life, GMO-free. Gluten options available for people that need that. Is also vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. So definitely take advantage of that. Using the discount code end of summer sale 2022, and you'll save 20% on your purchase when you check out. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right, I will see you all later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.